Right, for the next set of question, we are entering sales tax territory. So, Phoenix is registered to account for sales tax. During May, Phoenix sold goods with a list price of $600, excluding sales tax, to Yan on credit. As Yan was buying a large quantity of goods, Phoenix deducted trade discount of 5% of the normal list price. Now, if you've been following my normal tutorials, you will have learned that trade discount is offered at the point of sale. So if sales tax is charged at 15%, well, what will be the gross value of a sales invoice prepared by Phoenix? So the gross value would be the amount plus the sales tax. However, because there is a trade discount, so the value would be 0.95 multiply by 600. So if you do this, it comes to 570. So now you will add the sales tax of 15%. So 15%, but it's 15% of 570. And if you do the calculation, 15% of 570 comes to 85.5. Okay, I'm trying to write that as cleanly as possible. So what is the gross value? If you add up, it will come to 655.5. So there you go, all in dollars. Right, next question. At 1st December 2005, Lori owed the sales tax authorities $23,778. During the month of December, Lori recorded the following transactions. So sales of 800,000 exclusive of 17.5% sales tax. So we'll have to add that, because if you make a sales, some of it goes to the tax authorities, believe it or not. So what is 17.5% of 800,000? It comes to 140,000. So I'm going to add that here with the starting amount. And for the next part, you can offset your tax that you pay on your purchases, known as input tax, but purchases of 590,790 inclusive of sales tax. So what does that mean? It means that this amount here, so 117.5, because if it's inclusive of sales tax, is equal to 590,000, handwriting, 790. So we want to find out what does 17.5% represent. So you take this amount here, 590,790, divide by 117.5, and then multiply by 17.5, and it comes to 87,990. 990. But this is what you're offsetting from your output tax. So if you take this amount plus 140,000 minus 87,990, what does that come to? Well, let's work it out. So it comes to 75,000 Hope you can see this is a 5. Actually, let me write that again. So it comes to 75,788. There you go. And that goes in the answer section. Right. If sales, including sales tax, amounted to 27,612.5 and purchases, excluding sales tax, amounted to 18,000, what would be the balance on the sales tax account, assuming all transactions are subject to sales tax at 17.5%? Let's do the sales one first. So 117.5 represents 27,612.5. So we want to know what 17.5 represents. So you take 27,612.5, divide by 117.5 and multiply by 17.5. So if you put this in your calculator, it comes to 4,112.5. That is the output tax. What about the one on purchases? So purchases excluding sales tax amounted to 18,000. So all we need to do is take 17.5%, multiply by 18,000, and it comes to, now we can offset this against our output tax, 3,150. So what is the balance that we have to pay to the tax authorities? It comes to 962.5. 962.5. There you go, and that goes in the answer section here.